my camera in? Okay, I'm ready to tell my story. Out of all of the doctoral programs in the country, why did I choose Columbia University? Is it because of the Ivy League name, the location, or is there something bigger? Today in this video, I'll be sharing exactly why this became my dream school. So I guess to understand why Columbia University or why I chose it, then you guys would need to get like a brief understanding of like my career path, right? Or what I want to do in life. So I started off dance at a young age, like a lot of the people. Moving with my grandma, she introduced me to church. In church, I decided that, hey, I want to start praise dancing. So that became my first love, right? Outside that, again, I went into graphic design, but let's get back to dance, right? So in church, I would just praise dancing. I became really good at it. Got to high school, started to discover my sexuality. I was like, oh, I want to do that. Like J setting, right? Major at dancing. So I started to dib and dab into that, choreographing for that, and just kind of just being like a creative person in my community, right? So I ended up taking graphic design when I was in high school. My junior and senior year, it was like this special program that you can kind of be enrolled in, and I took all 4 levels of it. Ended up auditioning or submitting my application for Savannah College of Art and Design, which is a real big school as it relates to like graphic design and artistic careers. Got accepted, but when I saw that financial aid package and how much it would cost, I was like, nah. So anyway, I decided to put in an application for Land University. It is a liberal arts school small liberal arts school in, I think it's Greenwood, South Carolina. Got accepted, went there on the limb. I was a graphic design major, but I was a dance minor. So we had like a minor program, really small, but I was taking class, enjoying it, teaching classes. It was just such a great thing. Presenting at conferences, like I was really like giving my guts like at that school, right? And it became a point to where they put all the dance minors in. They said, hey, we are currently canceling the program because there's not enough people. When y'all hear that, y'all might be like, oh, it was like 23 people in your class. No, I had a ballet class and I was the only student. So there was not much people at the school that wanted to be a part of dance. So they was like, we can either give y'all minor, just go ahead and give it to y'all, and y'all take y'all rest of the class for y'all major, or y'all can just change. I was like, okay, now it's time for me to take dance seriously. So I auditioned at Howard, University of North Carolina, Greensboro, University of North Carolina, Charlotte. I did Valdosta State. I did East Carolina, which was the only school out of everybody that did not accept me to their dance program. Anywho, I decided that I would go to Valdosta State, which is a liberal arts school in Valdosta, Georgia. That's like South Georgia. So they pride themselves on saying you can be at the beach on the weekend or whatnot. So with the Valdosta State, well, I took a semester off for school. I didn't go that far because I stayed home, work, got my first car. Then I ended up going to Valdosta State, right? And it was that point to where I realized that I was at a disadvantage. Like a lot of these kids that I was in class with, they were taking dance in high school. Like they had dance studios. Back in Williamsburg County, King Street, we didn't have a dance studio. We didn't have dance in the school system. So I was coming in dancing with people who literally already, was dancing, for a while in high school. Same thing with Landa, but Landa wasn't a big thing because I guess I was like a big fish in a small pond. But Valdosta State, got there, took classes, learned a lot about everything, and realized that every school district wasn't the same. So while being at Valdosta State, I again presented at conferences, was like PR of like dance clubs. I just did like a lot to say like I wanted to be a dancer. So I did some theater classes, all of that nonsense, right? So at the Valdosta State University, I decided that, hey, I need a job. So the goal was to go to grad school, but I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for it. Because like Valdosta, they taught me a lot. But honestly speaking, since I done got my everything from them, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared to enter into a Master of Fine Arts. And that probably just because of me. I wasn't technically advanced at that point. But I still feel like the school played a lot of me feeling like I was prepared. Especially, we spent money to go to these schools, right? Different story for another day. So after that right there, I got out and I started teaching at Southeast Middle School. I was there for 6 years, enjoyed it, was able to get my first glimpse of what I call creating curriculum, right? But because I had my dance degree, but I didn't have any teaching qualifications, we didn't have a dance education department, I had to go into an alternate licensure program. So if anybody that don't know, the one in South Carolina is called PACE, right? So got there, it was at that moment where I was like, I want to educate dancers. Like, I want to create the next generation of dance teachers, because just seeing what the different people in my district do, I realized that everybody's not teaching the same thing. Like, you have these black students or black and brown students, right? And you have these white teachers. Nothing against them, but I feel like the teachers are getting out of college. Like, yes, like they are preparing students to be able to teach, but I don't think that they're preparing them to be able to teach the demographic of students that they're teaching, right? Boom. So I said, I want to teach teachers how to teach. I think I'm a damn good dance teacher. Why not let me use my knowledge to teach other students how to teach the next generation of dance artists? So that was my first thing, right? Ended up deciding that, hey, you know, let me advance my career. Let me go in for my master's of dance education. Let me learn more about how to teach dancers, since I wanted to be a dance professor to teach, you know, in the dance department. Got accepted to University of North Carolina, Greensboro. That was a 3-year program that I got an MA for. Again, topic for another day. But in that program, how it worked is, and again, this is like, boom, you want to join that program? Boom, do it, right? So what I like about this program is it allowed me to continue to teach while I was getting my degree. So how it works is, it's like a hybrid program. So in the fall and spring semester, you would take classes online. Your electives are some classes that you had to take within the dance education field. And in the summer, you would go down there for 2 weeks. In these 2 weeks, you would complete 2 classes. So 3 credit hours the first week, 3 credit hours the second week. Yes, it is a 8:30 in the morning until 4 o'clock in afternoon class, but you are completing a whole semester of work in just a week. So did that right there. Finally graduated with that. I said, I am done. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go teach at a high school. Applied for high school. Got hired at high school. It was the best experience, any works experience. From being at that high school, I saw how, like, decisions made at the district and state level can affect, like, dance educators. Like, so before at the middle school, I kind of seen some of these things, but it became real apparent at a high school. And I taught at a high school that was really good in sports. So you just see, like, the different funding that was coming to dance, the hard time I was having, all of that other stuff. I said, I want to make decisions. I want to be a principal. I want to be a superintendent. I want to be able to decide what is happening, not specifically with dance, but for the arts in general. So I decided that I got to go back for another degree. So the options were either get a Master's of Fine Arts, which is my terminal degree, so I can be able to teach. Terminal just means that it's the last degree that you can get in the field, right? So either get my Master's of Fine Arts degree, or go back and get a EDD or a PhD, which is what I was already thinking about. So, boom, that's there. So now, let's do this small degree tour. So the first degree that I'll be presenting to y'all is going to be my BFA, which is a Bachelor's of Fine Arts. So, why did I choose dance? Because again, it was my first love. What did I learn? I learned how to choreograph. I learned how to do a little bit of reading music. I learned how to do stage makeup. I learned how to work with lighting. I learned how to create music. I learned how to be in a somatic state of mind, which is, you know, the art of taking my mind, body, and soul, combine these together. So I learned a good bit. How has it prepared me to become a teacher? It taught me how to dance. And from that school right there, I saw some things that I did not like. So I was able to say, you know what, I want to make sure that I teach this differently. But Valdosta State helped me a lot when it came to being a teacher. Probably more than my master's program. But anywho, at Valdosta State University, y'all look at this. Such a beauty, right? So my first degree, undergrad, this is gorgeous. Yes. And I feel like a lot of colleges, I feel like they don't print them this big. Some colleges print them smaller, but Valdosta State just was like, let's go big or go home. But Valdosta State University just certifies that the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia upon okay, anyway, that all that nonsense, right? And it says Dominisha Kill Walters, the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance. And why at that college, like, I did so much for the department, y'all have yet to open this up. But I just got this from my grandma's house. But basically, this is my outstanding creative scholarly Student Award. It was for dance. It was presented by the College of Arts for my graduation. So I guess this award is given to the top senior, and it was awarded to me. So that's amazing right there. Thank you. Next, if you was to ever go to school and would like to get an advanced degree, like on the master side, right? You either have a MFA, which would be a Master's of Fine Arts, or you have an MA. You also have a Master's in Science. So either Master's of Science, a Master's of Art, Master of Fine Arts. There's like an MBA, which is a Master's of Business Administration. There's like a lot of different degrees when it comes to graduate level, right? I did not got the MFA, which I should have, but I got an MA, which is a Master of Art and Dance Education. So this degree right here, it really taught me how to design curriculum, which is basically what you learn, like a big toolbox of lesson plans. It includes what the students will learn. It includes like homework assignments, different tools that you would use, all that right there, right? And it also taught me how to do research. So this one is not framed, but this right here is the University of North Carolina of Greensboro, confined upon Dominique Shaquille Walters. I filled the requirements prescribed by the faculty and the board of trustees, the degree of Masters of Art. I wish we would have had dance education, but Masters of Art, I really enjoyed it, y'all. This right here has been amazing. So that brings me to why Columbia University. I'm going to shoot out just a few reasons, not too much. The first reason is I wanted to learn from leaders in dance education instead of just getting another degree. Like, I wanted to learn from people that was actually influencing the field. So when you think of a PhD or EDD and a subject, you want to go to the school to where, but these are the people that's actually notating, influencing, writing the research, all this other stuff, right? So there only was a few schools that actually have that degree. It is Columbia University. Temple University has a PhD in dance. You have Ohio State, Texas Women's College. Some school in California has one. It's not like a PhD in dance, but it's in like cultural performance, da. No shade to none of them, but I decided to go to Columbia. So I was like, let me apply. I got accepted. Again, that's the later video coming. So, alright, so I want to be in the field where people are actually learning, writing, and research. And Columbia University has some amazing faculty. Teacher College too, because again, while at Teacher College, I also get to take advantage of Columbia University, their professors, you know, their expertise, all of that. Okay? So the second reason why I chose Columbia University is because I wanted to become a researcher. So when you think about me, my graduate level, again, I did this whole thesis, I was able to research something, and I kind of enjoy how when I finish like my whole thing, it made me realize that I enjoy like asking questions, finding answers to these, and then creating knowledge, like things that can help people. So my problem was that I saw like the lack of dance styles from the African diaspora inside the public school system. That's basically just dances that were created by black people, right? So I want to do a study where I take major ed or J setting, you all know what that is, and I wanted to see how it would look if I was to create a curriculum or a lesson plan to where I can implement it into the school system. And preferably it was the middle school, because I didn't want to go too broad. So I was like, let me just take the middle school students, let me create this whole lesson plan, let me teach it to them, let me evaluate it, let me redefine it, and go back into it. So end up writing that paper. If you guys would like to read it, please comment below. It is probably on my website. It's not. Email me and I'll send it to you. But it is 130 pages of everything dealing with the style of majorette, the history, famous people in it, the different schools that do it, and how that played into my kids being able to, how I was able to use that to improve the dance literacy of my students. An amazing paper. It took a lot out of me, but it is actually done, y'all. So, not just like consuming the knowledge, but actually like creating it and like just making new things, right? So that was the second reason. The third reason why I chose Columbia University is because I wanted that national impact. My goal isn't to just simply teach another dance class, but it's to help shape how like dance is taught. So I want to contribute to curriculum, teacher preparation, art advocacy, policy making, culturally responsive dance education, And all that require like doctorate level training. Like, yes, you can probably do that at your master's level, but the biggest impact is going to be made when you are Dr. So-and-so, because you're able to create this, even if more people listen whenever you are at that level. Reason 4, location matters. I'm not going to sit here and act like New York City is not really that girl, but New York City would give me access to dance organizations, conference, artists, museums, performance, networking, etc. So, like, this is really environment that's going to support both my research and my artistic growth. Like, just being in New York, that melting pot, being able to just explore all that the city has to offer. And one thing that Columbia University prides themselves on is the idea that Columbia University campus is not your only classroom. Like, you have the whole New York City to basically learn and explore. So that's the 4th reason. And the 5th reason is, I kind of want the last reason to be like the people. Like, the faculty, there is great, like on paper, but I haven't really had the chance to see like what the community is like. So, like, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be a good fit there. Like, I read about the faculty, I know what they have put, but you know, on paper things look better than it is. So I don't know what's my 5th reason for choosing it. But I know it's not the people yet because I haven't had a chance to be there. I know it's not the community yet because I haven't had a chance to be there. So I don't know. Probably because it's Ivy League. And the fact that a lot of things people say that you can't do again, I don't have a struggle story. But just the sheer fact that I applied there, they saw enough in me and they wanted me. Like, if you go check the acceptance rate of all these schools, like, they have a number. And I think Columbia University was about 4%. So out of 100 kids, only 4 got accepted. And again, that may be on the bachelor's level. However, the master's level seemed to be a little hard to get into. And then also, I'm at a PhD, y'all. This is like up here. I'm at an EDD. Like, that's up there. And then, you know, just to pop my affirmative action is not a thing anymore. I didn't get it because I'm a DI. So just the fact that I was able to make it into the room where a lot of stuff happened is like just an achievement in itself. So voila. So the goal is not to really make this video like super long, but I just kind of want to basically end with, I don't just want this degree so people will call me doctor. And that may be like, you know, already understood, but I don't. I want to continue researching black dance forms such as majorette and dance of like the African diaspora. I want to be able to teach future dance educators to equip them in the correct way, or the most groundbreaking, innovative way to teach the next generation of dance artists, right? Because I mean, I feel like you're only as good as your teacher. So I feel like we keep employing these people who don't know what they're doing and is very diverse and progressive where they were at, like, it's going to push people away from wanting to have creative careers. And I think I have a really neat experience to where I can teach the next generation of dance teachers. So that's what I want. I also want to publish research on different things that people may not know much about. I want to influence dance education policies. Like, I want to put dance, obviously, because I mean that's my content, but I want to push art education on the foregrounds. I want to see what would a world look like in a perfect world if sports and arts was given the same budget. I want to see what that looks like. And eventually I want to serve leadership roles where I can improve access to art education. I want to make sure that every town, every school district have dance classes, art classes, theater classes. Like, that should be a norm. You know, I want to change how it look when I grow up. So it's all about change, y'all. And I know this journey won't be easy, but I don't know. I hope that you guys stick around because this is only the beginning. So follow along my journey from Columbia University.